Hello, Road Dog family. I've got a new coin on my radar, UniLayer, which looks like it's getting ready to do something soon. I think this would make an excellent swing trade opportunity. So let me show you what I see happening on the charts, even starting on the weekly. You can see here that our RSI is coming in at 36. It is above the yellow line, swinging to the upside. On the weekly, that's good. On Market Cipher, we got a green dot. Stochastics are taking a little bit of a turn there, but look at this. Money flow is headed to the upside. VWAP is already crossed over the zero line on the weekly. Going over to the daily, we can quickly see that we got a red dot. That was yesterday. Stochastics are rising up, but there's still a little bit way to go, meaning that we should push up to the edge of this trend line right here, which is not quite a falling wedge. It's a little bit more like a symmetrical triangle, to be honest with you. Not quite symmetrical though. But when we come down to the 4 hour, this is where it's starting to get interesting for me. Now currently we are in an uptrend. This is not where I suggest to buy, but what I want to draw your attention to, look what's happening here on our EMAs. Do you see how they just kind of group down here? We got the bounce down here when they were wide, and on the 4 hour, they're bunching together, and look at this when we look really close. These guys are getting ready to cross. 50 EMA, which is this blue one, has already crossed over the 100, which is this white one. Now when this white one crosses over that yellow, that is a go signal. When I see this and that official cross happens, it's a good time to buy no matter where that price is, to put a quick entry in. However, there is still a chance that we will come back down to these levels at about 0.0535, somewhere through there. Now that would be an excellent entry idea, in my opinion. And in just a moment, I'll lay out some entry ideas about some good points that you could probably get in on this trade. It's a little bit too early right now, in my personal opinion. However, I do have some orders set and I'll share that with you, but let me show you at the potential upside that we have from this. Just quickly coming back to the daily, I want to show you a couple of targets here. Now I can take this measured move, put it at the breakout area, line that up, target at just about 10.5 cents. Also right here at 0.088 cents at the top of our triangle. If you wanted to take a conservative measure move, we would take this last one right here, put this around an anticipated breakout point. That one gets us up to about 0.0976 in that area. There are a couple of targets just right there. Also remember this 200 EMA. That's what I'm really keeping my eye on for an area here, which will just kind of slowly curve around a little bit. So I'll go left and I'll look over here to this candle makes a good one, and these closed candles. That makes a good resistance area.
For those of you who hit that like button down below, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
And so we're looking at about 0.0787. Now these measurements are taken from support and resistance. Let's also drag out our Fibonacci for some ideas. I'll take my Fibonacci measurement from this wick, go all the way down to the bottom here. And now that gives us a target of 0.0718 as a possible target. That would be the first area I would look at for rejection. When price breaks out of this and confirms that breakout, probably we'll do a retest coming back down to the 0.05505 area. Very likely, but at some point we'll meander our way up here to the 0.0618 Fibonacci level. That's coming in at 0.07184. This is an excellent spot to take profit. If we are going to get rejected for further downside, that would be the area to look for, and a rejection there could bring us back to the downside. However, this coin is looking kind of strong, and we got confluence right here at the 786. I'm seeing us having a strong possibility to work our way up to the 786, meeting this 200-day EMA somewhere around the 786 or possibly the 0.0886 where it currently is now. Now I anticipate it to come down, but these areas are showing confluence, and even this 0.08862 area right up here, we've already marked this as a identified support and resistance area, and now we got confluence with the Fibonacci there. Fibonacci's lining up very well with some very key points here. Those are the ones that I would definitely keep my eye on. At 0.01411, that would be my highest target that I think I would look at, since we do have the confluence there at 0.1068, just a little over a dime. And of course, the point that we're really going to try to go after is 0.115 cents. That is our 1618 Fibonacci target. Now, whether it gets up there anytime soon, I don't know, but that is the goal of its breakout, is to try to move up to that area. However, we did go over the areas that we did think that would get some key resistance areas, and that is right here and right here. And you can see that it's came up to this area, this 0.08862 price. It's done that about 4 times in the past. It's a good likelihood that it will make it up to that area again. Just buying the breakout would give you a 58.7% return. Not bad at all. Now let's look at some prices that we can kind of dip our toes into the water and build a position for this trade. So when it comes to finding an entry on something like this, I like to come down to the 4 hour. I do like to trade the 4 hour a lot. And I'm going to take a Fibonacci from the bottom of this leg up to its current top right there. That will give me some targets to play as far as getting in on this trade. Now it comes back down to the 1618. We could very well come back down to this area. So at 0.05347, and where I'm putting in a majority of my order to get in on this, I'm kind of pyramiding up from these points. And the next target I look at is 0.05428 price. That is our 50% retracement area. And by Dow theory, when we get an impulsive move, we should at least come back down to this area. However, if this is a really strong move, which it may be, it may only come back down to this 0.382 retracement level, this little green line, which is at 0.05508 cents. So those are the three areas that I would be looking at to do my entry. So my general rule for entry is pyramid my orders in, layering in at these three tiers, hoping that we will come back to one, maybe two, maybe all of them. I am looking for a retest right here. That's just how I play it. Now the conservative way to do this, the safest way to trade this is to wait for that official breakout, and it may come up past this area, but once we see a breakout out of this area, good chances that we're going to keep going up. The most conservative thing to do would be wait for a retest when price comes back down. If you buy there, your chances of having a successful trade are much better. It'd be easy to jump into a trade here, watch it come up, and then come back down and get you stopped out. But once you get that bounce, that confirmed retest, that bounce right here, that's the golden ticket. So for new traders, that's what I would recommend. For you more experienced traders, catching this potential falling knife would be the option that we'd be going through, pyramiding your trades in from a bottom, and then that gives you a much lower risk to reward ratio. You can put your stop loss down here, preferably under the triangle if you can afford that. But given the fact that our EMAs are crossing on the 4 hour, it's probably safe to go with an area anywhere under this last wick right here. Now I want to quickly come down to the 1 hour just to get a sense of what's going on in the smaller time frames to see how likely we are to come back down to these smaller areas. Pulling up my indicators, you can see that they are spent, telling us that a retest will be in order. Usually what you will see when we get across of the EMAs, it's already crossed on the 1 hour. That's a buy signal for the 1 hour. However, we could come back down to this area, which matches up with the 50 EMA on the 1 hour, which is our buy target. And my other buy target right here from the 4 hour chart is just a little bit below this 21 moving average, which if price comes down, they will match up nicely. Those targets are excellent entries in my opinion. I'm seeing some good signs that this has got some upward movement coming, especially since we got these great tip-offs on the weekly and for the daily, and that's what we want to look for when we're trying to get into a good trade as a trade. This is not a long-term hold. This is more of a swing trade. This may take a couple of weeks to play out. We were dealing with the bigger time frame. The actual trade, you can pull it off on the 4 hour or the 1 day. Remember, the 1 day is where I did my price targets. But just to run this over for you one more time, if we do get a breakup out of this area, I do expect a retest. I would keep my eye on this 200-day EMA, this yellow line that's coming down. That would be the main target that I'm looking for a shorter term trade. Guys, I will post this on my Twitter account. That's at RoadDogCrypto. If you want to just a copy of this actual chart. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. But I hope this information has been helpful to you. Trade safely, trade wisely, look for the signs. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, reminding you that you got this, baby.
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.